Ba, 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 ba. Test, test, test. Hello, 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 hello.
Sheriffs. And I think still struggling to piece together how to deal with this utility in the early round.
Yeah, Flash gets a ping, so they end up snapping that breach stun. Of course, Falcons are teams play.
Test, test. How do I sound? How do I sound? How do I sound. Test. How do I sound? How do I sound? Sounds good. So, before I begin our stream here, I would like to explain a little bit about a, juvenile scatological joke behind the, background of this painting that we're looking at here. We are listening to Gauchino Rossini's Barber of Seville while looking at a, portrait of Andrea Odoni. It's simply called Andrea Odoni by Italian artist Lorenzo. In the background of this painting, you can see a little statuette of a Cupid-type figurine urinating into a basin where a Venus Aphrodite-type figurine is taking a sexy bath. So, this was an otherwise serious portrait commissioned by an otherwise very serious artist who included some very juvenile, scatological, gross-out humor that I believe will be very appropriate to the tune and the style of the game we are about to be playing. The one and only Terry Gilliam humor-inspired point-and-click classical art adventure game. It's apparently the third in a series of classical art adventure games called Death of the Reprobate. Here it is, here I am, here you are, here we are together, playing this beautiful, insane, crazy comedy, point-and-click adventure, computer video, interactive picture contest game! Ha ha! I would also like to qualify for that I am suicidal and have a cautious disposition to hazards. Morning, nerds. Who's ready to be sentenced to a cruel and painful death? Oh, I gotta click. I was hoping to use spacebar. Me, please! Ha! I love it already. The throne room of Malcolm the Shit, interim leader of the North. Oh, I can just read the subtitles at the bottom. But I was squinting to read the hard-to-read Gothic font, and I think that might have been more fun. Well, well, well. What do we have here, then? This one hasn't paid his taxes for 6 weeks. I got no money. Woo! We're just going crazy with here. I am not picking the same decisions I normally would pick. I'm in a kind of mood right now. You did a He's a pedophile. You got he backpedals out. He doesn't even turn around. The word poop is so funny in this content. She's bothering. I don't think we want to punish the siblings too much. Let's pick Pituitary together. Do you guys see how red I am right now from already laughing this hard? Oh my god. Would they even know where the pituitary gland is right now? Fair and balanced! I also love that they're riding in a wheelbarrow of all the types of restraining devices that one could use to bring a disorderly miscreant to justice towards his lord. A wheelbarrow implies a comedic lowering of class, or a cognitive error. They're very important theories of comedy that the gags and the jokes here are prescribing themselves to beautifully. Oh, this is also very, very fun music to narrate to. This may be one of the strongest candidates for fun game to watch and stream in a while, and we're like, what, 5 minutes in? The Bad Boys Barrow! Casey's find show him a picture of a tit! Falsely attribute vast swaths of pornographic tapestry to his otherwise illustrious pseudonym. Or shall we drill a hole the size of a walnut in the back of his skull, then whisper sad poems into the void? Oh, let's remind him of the joys of... Remind him of the joys of his youth! What news do you bring from my father, male boy? So, I can't help but notice that this, like, pompous, proclaiming style of saying something silly is, with an insult at the end, you pompous poop, is tracking with the DM conversations and Twitter exchanges. Oh, excuse me, let me say social media exchanges, because we're phasing over to Blue Sky nowadays. The game developer talks like these characters on the internet. There is evidence of an autorial style happening here. Papa is dying. What lovely news. Do you hear that, Lenny? Papa is dying. Lovely news, sir. And request my presence at his side. Yep, it's a familiar situation. You struck the people with endless blows of rage and held the nations. I just got a Steam achievement for tyranny. I think the thing is, though, there were not a lot of, very just and fair dialogue choices. So we're playing as an incredibly shitty king. That is gorgeous. Holy cow. And all of a sudden, I'm, like, genuinely taken aback by actually fantastic artwork. Ah! Oh. So also, be advised, there may or may not be technical difficulties today. My computer was giving me some very scary warning signs. Oh, look at how much is on the screen. Greetings, Papa! Sorry to hear about the whole impending death, but was there something you wanted to bequeath, say to me? I ain't bequeathing you shit, boy. In your short time as interim leader, you've already spent 5 fortunes on debaucherous parties. You have sold the majority of publicly owned infrastructure to your old school chums, and you have sentenced hundreds of innocent people to increasingly bizarre and elaborate forms of torture. Just yesterday, you sentenced my royal messenger to manufactured wistfulness. You are a bully, a tyrant, and a fundamentally irredeemably a shit. Yes, well, I did those things, but I would refute the suggestion that the situation is irredeemable. A leopard cannot change its spots. Hypocrisy! Don't forget, Father, you too were a tyrant for a time. You had your people bathe you in almond milk. You had them fan you with the palm leaves while feeding you seedless grapes. Then you ordered a bloodthirsty female soldier to murder them all for throwing you a supposedly substandard birthday party. Ah, yes. Well, I did those things. If you can change, so can I. Okay, I'll give you one chance to redeem yourself. Prove to me that you have the capacity for good in your heart. How can I prove it to you? Perform 7 good okay. Whew, I'm already melting and sweltering from the southern U.S., Georgia global warming ignorate. From the heat and humidity that we must endure for living in an ignorant society of ignoramuses, and doing all that high-intensity voice acting has me... What does my hair look like right now? It's probably all over the fucking place because of how sweaty I was getting doing all that. I'm not gonna do the voices for a while. I'm taking a break, but that was very fun to do them while it lasted. We're gonna perform 7 good deeds before sundown, and I will reconsider my decision. I remember reading a fairy tale that was kind of like this while playing Jutaro a few weeks back. What do you mean by good deed? What is a good deed? The Lord will guide you! Now piss off, I'm sleepy. Would happily slit your throat for just one of those gaudy baubles of that codpiece. Now he looks funny. Okay, 7 good deeds by sundown. That can't be too difficult. Your inventory is located at the top of the screen. Middle click or press H to highlight. Oh, thank you. No pixel hunting. Point and click to interact. I might have missed one of those tutorial messages, but things are pretty sharp and polished. I don't know how much I'm gelling with the font choice in the upper right, but that's gotta be one of the most pithy things to even bring up some kind of bird or something. There's funny tooltips on these things. Oh gosh, I also noticed earlier there actually is, no windowed mode. So in order to keep a feed of the Twitch chat going right next to my eyeballs while I play, I should be putting it up on a mobile and I'll prop that by the screen. Those were an incredibly strong 5 minutes. I was laughing harder at those than I have in about 2 days and 23 hours. So the very instant I finally get to calm down and take in the whole scene, earlier my eyeballs were like really zoomed in onto specific parts of the screen, but after putting the phone down, I kind of zoomed out, and saw a giant obvious arrow pointing at a guy I can click on with, what was it, U? H? It was H. Being held by, the Lord? There he is. He's capital H, right there. Alright, we're gonna follow the Lord. Follow the Lord's literal, incredibly literal guidance to, let's look at the fisherman before we talk to him. Isn't that how these games would always work? Okay, before we talk to him, the Lord, they gave me some really cryptic advice about following the Lord's guidance. And like literally less than 10 seconds later, he's right there, right in front of us. God, this has got to be the funniest. What a delightful game to be playing. This particular day of this particular time, considering what happened 2 days and 20 hours ago. He's Horatio, the fisherman. Hello. The strange man holding this. Let's definitely ask about the Lord. I have no idea. The Lord works in fourth wall breaking ways. Let's see if we can help him out with a good deed. Once again, I am like sweating and crying from already laughing so hard. Why is he speaking in the third person? Okay, so we're gonna teach Horatio the fisherman how to fish. Next to these guys just playing bagpipes in the trees for no reason. I can't believe how long it took me to finally question why there is a guy who climbed up the tree to play a bagpipe up there. But, maybe the only real reason why is just to make some nice, beautiful shot composition on top of whatever painting they are, beautifully bastardizing. Oh, that's not a good deed. Okay. Follow the Lord's tutorials. And the dialogue boxes are paper sticky tape. or something. I'll see what I can do. Oh god, do we have to give him a handout or something? Man, what are you using as bait? Purpose. I don't think they do, I don't think they do, Horatio. I don't even know if fishes have vagina. Well, first question, what kind of thought process was he thinking when deciding that should be the bait? Second question, what kind of thought process was the game developer deciding when that should be his bait? Alright, let's do some preparation. Tell the communist stone slinger to stop slinging stones. We gotta get a better bait for his fishing hook, and certainly we'll have 1 out of our 7 good deeds done by the end of the day. And by the time that the Reprobate is scheduled to die. Oh boy. I gotta breathe. That's an incredible comedy in an incredibly short time. Is it really gonna be this funny, this frequently for the whole length of the whole game? I guess I'll just exhaust. I guess I'll just exhaust his dialogue before moving on. Troublemakers, that's what we're calling them. Oh wait, what happens if I touch Horatio? Carefree locals. Oh, I didn't like that, animation. That was... No! Why did you... That was not a good deed. I wasn't expecting him to do that. So is it just like a slap button? Alright, I'll consider that a warning, but I guess I shouldn't be carelessly pressing that button too often here. Hello. So, you know, we're not sure whether or not they're communists, but they at least don't have a favorable opinion of the ruling elites. They're anarchists or something. They're exercising their freedom by shooting rocks into the water. Social laws. To escape such judgment. So my next step is to politely ask them to stop doing their political ideological dream. The Lord has supplied us with an infinite number of rocks. It's God, it's the will of the Lord. Alright, I'll try playing around with some other things before I politely ask them to stop. We have an inventory. Perform 7 good deeds. Help Horatio catches fish. You plus the dialogue box pop-up have beat. What does that mean? I'll test it out later under less serious conditions. Oh my gosh, I am smiling ear to ear right now. Maybe I can get the questionable pipers to annoy them into stopping their rock throwing. Sack butt. We got nothing else? That's it? What about this guy? Alright, I'll hold off from touching them for... Oh! I accidentally touched them, but it was a far less offensive touching interaction. I am wiping a tear from my eye from laughing so hard. Shared love of fish murder. Oh. That was probably good. God almighty! Being uncharacteristically literal! I can't reach him, and I'm not sure slapping him would be a great idea. Oh, did they capitalize the H's? Yeah, they did. Oh my word. Alright, I guess, oh wait, there might still be, what's the hotspot button? I guess I've done everything except the barn door. There might be nude men doing rude things in there. Okay, another thing to be wary of, there might be technical issues tonight. Another thing to be wary of is that there may be, a sudden Twitch stream takedown notice because of too much nudity. We're really gonna be stretching the limits of Twitch's policies on artistic, non-sexual nudity tonight. YouTube's too, I bet, if the upload goes well. Let's, get ready, prepare yourselves. Hello? 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 Weird. Oh, I forgot to touch it, but it's locked anyway. Okay, so I've exhausted all the dialogue from Horatio for now. Let's see if the Fisher Boys have anything that might chain into getting the rock throwing to stop. Wait. Wait. Oh, we're not gonna cast the line. I know I gotta do something. Maybe there's something. Okay, hang on, let me try that again. I just found out that if you double click, you run, and, Wait, what do we have? We have to interact with in here. Let's go from top to bottom, left to right, like a normal person would. Some kind of bird or something. Why do we hate birds? The one bird outside was probably scaring the fish away, but that one was not doing anything, and I thought my guy was gonna pet it or something. Again, we got no dialogue choices. Musicians. There are 3 more guys left to interact with. Geez, our playable tyrant is not subtle at all whatsoever about his intentions of fratricidal intrigue. I'm afraid to press this touch button, but not enough not to click it. It's a slap button! It really is a slap button most of the time. We're playing a real genuine asshole. Apparently the guy we're playing as thinks of the verb touch and immediately translates that into an action of facial slappance. Immortal John. Okay, every face in front of the bed is the same interactable piece. I don't need help yet, and I'm not bored yet, so let's go outside and exhaust some more interactives before asking Dad for help. The next dialogue I want to click is the stone throwers. Let's see what happens if I politely ask them to stop. Oops, wrong button. Where's my politely ask to stop button? sold our homes, abandoned our families. Wow. It looks like I can move one screen to the south, and the bird came back. Let's go one screen to the south. This is Pentiment 2. Welcome to the stream, Black Obsidian. I'm playing Pentiment 2. Oh no, I think there's non-sexual artistic nudity in the top center left frame. Don't look there, please. Don't, arrest me. Don't send the Twitch nudity police after me by looking at the non-sexual artistic nudity in the top left center of the frame. There's a lot to work on here. What else we got? Woman slapping a man on the roof with a broom. A naked man dangling, an artistically nude naked man dangling precariously from a gable winch. A couple doors we can go inside. 3, 4. There's 4 different doors we could go inside. Oh, that's a Zoom scene? Okay, the H button is highlighting 3 guys over here. Let's go from right to left this time. Remarkably calm looking, you say? How have you got those geese to... Maybe they are sleeping, or are they sleeping? Donate Olympus Hands. Friend/Orbedge. So there's also insightful political economic commentary, too. Huh. We still can only ask politely, but let's see if he'll do it this time. You didn't threaten me with violence? No, I thought it was implied. What a polite threat to violence. That's the ticket. Oh, do we actually have them in our inventory now? Okay, so we, stole some strawberries from a merchant who we very politely threatened with violence. This is reminding me less of the Terry Gilliam scenes from Monty Python than it is that scene of the highway robbery in Barry Lyndon. Can we get the other ones from him? We might need them later. Maybe we can lure some fish in with these fruits. Sure, what would you like? Oh, I don't think he was less violent that time. What do we mean by marrow here? Marrow, this looks like a gourd or something? Oh no, we gotta combine. I'm not gonna give him right back. Where's the puppy? What's the puppy? Press escape to open the pause menu. Okay. Wait, why is the puppy there? Is he just gonna give you tips? Oh, I can middle click. There's a hint puppy! Oh my god! Oh. No! There's just an arbitrary, omnipotent hint puppy in the menu, and all sorts of different kinds of animals are giving me really, really bad tips, by the way. They're just... I guess the middle click was useful, but one of those hint puppies just told me to fuck off. Store page review. They're also telling me to shill the developer's product. Alright, I don't think we're getting any good hits from these hint puppies. Oh, is this a book in the upper left corner? Just another pause menu? Okie dokie. Let's interact with the next thing on the list. Well, we already asked. Okay, now what about the drunkard? What? That's not... Okay, so the mouth button in that event meant spit on them. Let's not hit the hand button. Doll owner and sons. What an interesting looking son in the far left middle of the frame, second from the left. Oh, that's the wife, okay. His lips to yourself, mister. Alright, I guess we're done here. We got our stolen fruit and / or veg. Buskers. Oh, I know what the hand button's gonna do in this case. I don't know about you guys, but I was reading that silently to the rhythm of the music. There's another bird or something. Do I like shoo it away or do I clap my hands away? This bird's not doing anything to deserve a thrashing, so we got four doors to explore. Alright. Go from top to bottom, left to right. Another kind of bird. I know what it's gonna say, right? Yep, some kind of bird. I don't wanna screw with that bird. Every scene has had precariously perched lute players or something. There were precariously perched bagpipes in the previous one. Wait a second. Yeah, let me take another look outside. Was one of those buskers precariously perched? We got a guy waving a jacket or something who's precariously perched. Okay, so not all 4 scenes have had precariously perched musicians, but they all have had, musicians, like, framed on the edges of the scene. Who his personal trainer is. Hang in there, buddy! Oh, this might be another good deed we can do. Yeah, maybe we can go inside and climb up and help him out. It looked urgent, actually. I'm switching goals. Instead of going for straight exploration, I'm gonna go help the guy out. This seems like a pretty obvious good deed. My gosh, what am I looking at? Okay, so now we're like a couple hundred years further into the history of art history. The monkey's scrutinizing artwork. Look at all these things I'm gonna have to click on! Alright, let's start with a young lad eager to engage in a spot of 50 gun. Richard Humphreys, 1780. Is this all? We can't interact with anything once we're zoomed in. Let's just make sure, get our bases covered. Maybe this is the gallery of the backgrounds he was using to make the game? You can let him free and cut the rope. They're providing the soundtrack. Foreground needs to be removed. Oh, that one's cute. What a unusually lively and also quaint scene. There's like some implied motion going on. Doors swinging open and this kid running around. I was on the wall of my high school English class? For some reason, I can't help but notice that, I've really gotten along with all the women in my life who have John Everett Millius paintings on the wall. The Saint Sebastian and St. Roch. This is like some kind of martyrdom scene. Oh, look at that guy guzzling it down. Interior of an inn. It's, interestingly impressionistic. Wilson, look at that. Like graffiti or something in the lower center. A guy vomiting in the background. Oh, this one's fun. Peasants at Archery. 1645. I like the background and the widescreen aspect ratio. How very cinematic of the painter. Left to right, top to bottom means we're gonna pick up here. Oh, very busy. 1830. Hans for Jordans and Cornelius de Bolaire. Baylor? I don't know. It could either be French or Italian. With French names, you just give up halfway through, and with Italian names, you, try to sound a little bit like Mario. Cute. Arcadian landscape. 71. Okay, so I wonder if Arcadian is referring to this classicism idea of the classical ancient Greece time, or rather the prehistoric Bronze Age times before the ancient times, where apparently for some painters in some century that begins with some later teenage number associated with the perfect state of the human condition or something, which certainly does not gel with the archaeological evidence at all. Art lover? I guess got an achievement for being an art lover. The achievement is a Bible quote. What was that? Examine me, O Lord, and try me. Test my mind and my heart. Examine me. Try me. Test my mind and my heart. Alright, we'll examine Hendrik von Stielwijk. His interior with the Liberation of Peter. All these paintings with saints in them are going to be the bloodiest and goriest of them all. I can't believe how naturally at home I feel right now. So this woman in the lower center of the frame, does she have a weapon in her back or something? Looks like there's something sticking out of her back. Prison interior, but it almost looks like a massacre scene. The Liberation of St. Peter. So I guess that must be St. Peter in the center left of the frame. I don't know if it was the same St. Peter, but I believe I saw the skull of St. Peter, looked the man in the eyes at one of the basilicas in Greece. Oh, look at that! Oh, it's Rubens, the Miracle of St. Eustace. 1940. Look at how shocked the witnesses seem to be. And of course, it's a saint painting, so there's blood and gore everywhere. A page from the Drôletic Dreams of Pantagruel. But it definitely looks like a very modern reproduction of what could have been an historic woodcut of Pantagruel. Kind of looks like a Ghostbusters ghost, but with a feminine hag motif. Jan Bruegel the Younger, Paradise. Yeah, this is a Eden scene. All the animals that would be natural predators of each other are living in harmony here. I can't believe how pleasant it is to be playing a video game about looking at classical artwork and thinking about it and talking about it while a simple, pleasant little minor keys on the piano note loop is playing in the background. What a video game. This is what Senator Joe Lieberman was complaining so much about in 1992, wasn't he, kids? Very violent scene here. I almost would have thought this was Bosch at first glance. I am borderline expecting to be expected to click on all the butts in a Bosch painting. Did they seriously not just mislabel an actual Hieronymus Bosch painting with Lucas Cranach the Elder? 1524. I believe that was around the time Bosch was painting too. Oh no, I see a bunch of non-sexual artistic nudity. Cover your eyes, Grandma. Before we go in the next room, hey! We're playing Backgammon, 1600. That's funny, it's instantly recognizable. I guess backgammon hasn't changed that much. Hang on a second here. On multiple occasions... Don't read too much into it because they're clearly just having fun. On multiple occasions, I've spotted this game developer having a fun time referring to people as monkeys, silly monkeys. And I can't help but think that there might be a definite lack of coincidence with him including this painting of a couple of monkeys trying their hardest to play a very simple game, but apparently still not really getting it. This is the most mentally healthy activity I've done in weeks. It's gotta be. I just made a very, very astute observation of a work of artwork inside a work of artwork based on the personality of the actual developer. That anon. The Herzog Friedrich IV with no date. Is that our character? What's this doing here? Why did the game developer put... I think that's our character. Yeah. So our character is based on Anon, our anonymous artist, portrait of Herzog Friedrich IV. So is our character is a corrupt asshole monarch who has to do 7 good deeds by the end of the day. This is fan-fucking-tastic. I'm doing art analysis after like 20 minutes of just giggling my fucking face off to the point where I'm crying and sweating, and now I'm sitting here doing this column, astute art analysis with piano music in the background. I'm going to Google this portrait painting, Herzog Friedrich IV. I'm gonna look up who Herzog Friedrich IV, Duke of Austria. He definitely does not look like the same portrait in the Wikipedia's portrait by Anton Boys. Born 1382, died 1439. Member of the House of Habsburg. He was... Woo! The laughs, they just keep coming. I can't get over this. Okay, so we're playing as a Habsburg who is an asshole. And definitely seems to not be able to keep from slapping at people and shooing away birds. Okay, an inheritance dispute arose upon Duke Albert's death. No way! Is this based on a true story? Okay, so Friedrich was the youngest son of Duke Leopold III and his wife Veritas, a daughter of Bernabo Visconti, Lord of Milan. According to the 1379 Treaty of Neuburg, his father ruled over Habsburg's inner Austrian territories of Styria, Carinthia, Carnolia, as well as over Tyrol in the dynasty's original further Austrian possessions in Swabia. After the early death of Duke Leopold, I think, did they say that the dying king was named Leopold? After the early death of Duke Leopold in the 1386 okay, this is part of the stream. This is part of the interactive experience. Like cracking open a notebook for an 80s game, cracking open Wikipedia for, Wikipedia. Firefox. Is this gonna be? Yeah! This might as well be part of the gameplay, where this is the modern equivalent of busting out the graph paper and taking notes, right? So our character is using the facial portrait art of this portrait here that is apparently, at least in the game, cited to be a portrait of a monarch who really did live and had some kind of inheritance dispute when his father died unexpectedly early on, which our character regarded as a pleasant surprise. It kind of caught him as surprise. Woo! After the early death of Duke Leopold in the 1386 Battle of Simpak, Frederick and his eldest brothers Willem, Leopold IV, and Ernest initially remained under the tutelage of their uncle Duke Albert III of Austria. So another thing I guess going on is that our character is like really young right now. They're still under tutelage. Maybe that's why he's such an asshole. He has a huge white beard though, so not quite looking the part of a young sociopathic teenage troublemaker. An inheritance dispute arose. The Leopoldian dukes insisted on their rights. The next year, Willem went on to rule the inner Austrian lands of Leopold IV and ascended as Count of Tyrol. When Frederick came of age in 1402, he was formally assigned to administer his father's inheritance in the scattered Habsburg territories in Swabia. Are we going to say Swabia or Swabia? Referred to collectively as Further Austria. Isn't that basically what it is? Some weird chunk of border territory between Germany and Austria. Which, come to think of it, the borders for those things are changing all the time over these centuries. Yeah, especially because Germany doesn't actually exist in these centuries. Another division of the Leopolian territories took place after William's death in 1406. Duke Leopold IV, now his eldest heir, ceded Tyrol to Frederick. However, he did not become the sole ruler. This is just, this is harder than any kind of, like, myth or rumor or legend about our character being a huge asshole, or maybe having to go on some kind of mythical, legendary, redemption adventure of doing these 7 good deeds by the end of the night. That's gotta be from something. That just strikes me as a classic story, adventure story trope, but I'm not, ringing the bell on what the primary source material is. Let me get this beer back. I am having the most fun playing a video game that I think I might have had since I played the demo for Relation for the Wonderbox 6000. Oh yeah, there's anti-popes. That's another weird thing about Middle Ages history. There's anti-popes. Marriage and issue. Okay. There aren't any fun stories about him going on a personal redemption arc adventure where he has to do 7 good deeds after earning a negative reputation as a miscreant or a troublemaker earlier or something. Alright, let's try Herzog for good deeds. See if anything comes up from that. Oh, no. Might have been the game developer making up a fun story for the guy, but he definitely actually pulled from the depths of weird Habsburgs to come up with our character here. Am I off? Am I face blind enough? I really think that's our guy. The beard is forking down the middle in the exact same way. Wonderful. Oh my god, the monkeys are criticizing artwork. What if I'm the monkey? Alright, what more do we have to go? We just did this portrait of Herzog, Friedrich IV, and this is an opulence painting. Look at all that opulence, how colorful. 1617, Jan Bruegel and Peter Paul Rubens. Oh, Rubens is it's a collab. Reminds me of the Hall of the Emperors at the Athens Archaeology Museum. Oh, we have this vertical stack here. Oh, let's go back. There's some kind of commentary that I was completely missing on the bottom center of the frame. A painting of a couple cheeky monkeys playing backgammon. A painting of the noble act of murder being tied into a pitiful game. Murder? Some people doing life. Dutch cityscape from 1880. Okay. I guess the only interesting thing I'm seeing is the top hat in the smack dab center of the frame. Start to see modern fashion appear. A little man toddling down some steps to a water source. Seems like a reasonable description. View in the park of the Villa Chigi at Aricia. Very, realistic work on the leaves and the rocks. Some lads getting rowdy in a tavern. Another game of backgammon. No monkeys, though. 10 years the younger. Surprised how popular of a game backgammon was for these. What are we, like, Enlightenment era artists? These aren't Renaissance paintings, but Baroque era? Something like that. Some well-watered drunks squabbling over the bar tab. Drunken singers. I think I've seen a few of these guys so far. Maybe this is a gallery of artwork the developer was using for reference. Self-portrait of an artist among a merry drinking company of peasants in a tavern. That sounds fun. I also, having a good giggle at how much it feels like looking into a mirror here from the artist's point of view. Some scoundrels cooking a batch of something nasty. The alchemist and his pupil. Interesting. Oh, what a cute little puppy. It's all in public domain, so you could just copy-paste this stuff. Doll's House of Petronella Ortman. Reminds me of Sim Tower. Oh, wait. Two soft little men in a big spiky forest. Oh, there is a more non-sexual artistic male nudity right smack dab over my Activate Windows watermark, which is comedically covering it up. I don't know if I can screenshot, but imagine, if you will, the A and the C in Activate Windows covering up the covering up what needs to be covered. Covering up his shame, isn't that what you would say? Kindred Spirits from 1849. Is this part of that, like... I think this is a century or so later. Apparently there was a famous moment in art history that was surprisingly modern. I want to say mid to late 1600s, where artists found out for the first time that they can enjoy a walk in the woods just for the sake of it. Maybe kind of looks like what they're doing here. A bunch of naked hunks getting abducted by aliens. The Fall of the Titans. Okay, so they're getting abducted by aliens in the sense that they are getting defeated by the Olympian gods. The guy in the center who's looking at the viewer has shown up in quite a few places. I recognize that guy. A man-headed man holding some rocks in a pleasant rural landscape. You don't say. That is a man-headed man. Is this a saint? What's the credential? The monkeys might be in the way or something. What does it look like on the other paintings? Let me refresh. All the shades of brown. Adrian Brower, Peasants in an Interior. Oh, how jolly. Why does everyone look kind of fucked up, though? And what's going on with the old lady wagging her bell at the drunks enjoying food? All sorts of creepy stuff going down in a bedroom. Oh, that's not wrong. Oh, this is Bosch! We finally got him, 1490. But it was a couple decades later. Death and the Miser. I guess the miser's trying to steal money. Oh, what a funny coincidence. We were just in a similar situation ourselves. Heracles and Antaeus. I think our game developer might have some... might be the kind of guy to childishly giggle at where Heracles' left hand is placed. Smell. Okay, we'll click off of that one. Oh, hello, parrot. Oh, it's some kind of bird or something again. Our guy has no appreciation. Wait, who is our guy? Herzog Friedrich. Herzog. We're playing as Herzog. We're calling him Herzog now. Herzog has no appreciation for birds. For avians. Jesus disputing with the doctors. The Master of Alkmaar. Wonder... 1530. That couldn't have possibly been the name his parents gave him. Funny how some of these artists are remembered as, like, El Greco instead of their actual names. I believe this might be because during their own lifetimes they wanted to be called pseudonyms. Ambassador's audience was Sultan Ahmed III from 1737. So I guess the Europeans are the ones wearing the tricorns. Who are the ones wearing the Pope hats? I wonder if this counts as Orientalism or not. We might be a little bit too early for that, but 1737's getting awfully close. A dirty arse toddler getting his butt white. That's what it was. I'm starting to lose track of the order I went through here. Big people in a tiny church. Yes, a painting of a murderer. A bird hunter on a riverbank from 1625. Oh, you can see the owl by his right foot. Some kind of disassembly of the gun. There's a handle by his hat. But that thing is huge. It was probably heavy as hell, too. Painting of a man-headed man holding some rocks in a pleasant rural landscape. I don't think we got to see what this title was. I think it's time to talk to the monkeys. Oh, they're working on the painting. Excuse me. Yes, we are customizing characters here. A painting of a cabbage-headed man holding some rocks in a pleasant rural landscape. He does know what a parrot is. I think we are, taking place in the ambiguously 4 or 5 centuries of high school's favorite art history chapters. And towards the latter ends of those histories, they would definitely know what a parrot is, but what was he? Herzog Friedrich III. Does he exist before or after? Okay, 1597, yeah, he would have known what parrots are. He would have, read the news and seen the paintings. I can't wait to see what I come up with here. Oh, that looks like a fucking mess. So we have now turned that painting of a man-headed saint man into a cabbage-headed man holding some juicy red apples and a busy allegory featuring sad Jesus. Wah, wah, wah. Beautiful. Alright, what do we have left here? Big-headed lads in a weird red brothel. Okay. Our character might be doing Orientalism. Deal with the Valley of Montmartre. These 1800 paintings really, really dig the leaves on branches. It's funny how, there were some earlier ones here that struck me as almost impressionistic. This one, from 1630. Now when you get to the, 1820s, 1880, yeah, like 1880, they get more interested in looking like a photograph, but 1808 is before photography, but a real big leap in realism of these leaves and branches in particular happens. What does it represent? What does the cabbage-headed man holding some juicy red apples and a busy allegory featuring a sad Jesus represent, you ask? Well, I feel that it represents a painting of a cabbage-headed man holding some juicy red apples and a busy allegory featuring a sad Jesus. Yes, yes. Punks getting abducted by aliens. Some serious perspective issues? I can kind of see it. The last four legs at the edge of the wall on the background seem a little closer to our point of view than the interior of the dollhouse would seem to suggest. But maybe we're supposed to have perspective issues because in the background of the painting, there's another painting inside the painting with a depth of a view that extends several layers deep. Yeah, look smack dab straight in the center of it, and you're looking through your own eyes, through the frames of the painting, through the frames of the dollhouse, through the frames of the room inside the dollhouse you're looking at, and then you finally have the very last frame of these two U-shaped arch doors looking out to a courtyard. How many fourth walls are we looking through here? I think I count at least 4 fourth walls. Let's go click on things and interact with... we already interacted with the monkeys. We're not going to interact with Parrot. We're going to interact with the woman on the piano. What, Clavichord? Taxonomically diverse. Clavichord plonkers! I love it! I love it! I had to read it twice to understand it. Fuck yeah. A couple of monkeys and a human lady playing Frederick Chopin's Minute Waltz in D-flat major. I love that our character just doots along to the music. That's so cute. He's a music appreciator, but a bird hater. What does he got against birds? What does he got against walking like a normal person? Oh wait, we didn't talk to the monkeys in the lower left. A bunch of monkeys scrutinizing some artwork. Brushwork is sublime! Ominous foreshadowing. All the animals being surprisingly friendly for some reason. Beautiful. Oh, you're, I feel like I recognize you from somewhere, you happy nobleman. Oh, the Lord is telling us to talk to Grumpy Noblewoman. Oh, there are even more paintings in here to scrutinize. Okay, what do we want to do? I feel like we've spent enough time scrutinizing paintings. I'll just glance at them. I can't resist. I want to look at them and think about them so bad, but... We've been inside this art gallery for far longer than we have for the rest of the game. Barn interior with 2 children eating. Well, that one's nice. These, post-photographic 1800s paintings also get really colorful, too. Yeah, look at how much, greener, browner, earthier we are. There might have been some kind of revolutionary technology and industrial painting equipment allowing for this. I remember learning how Impressionism partially became popular because of the, invention of aluminum paint tubes. It allowed painters to go outside and draw the motion blur they were seeing on moving leaves and moving water. This is funny. This is really funny. This is a very funny painting to be including. This is a very funny representation of this painting. I'm sure the painting is a very serious, respectable piece of artwork, but remember the weird perspective issues going on with the dollhouse and how we're looking at frames within frames within frames within frames. Two men tie branches together. A couple of Hinch Farm dudes showing some twigs who's boss. Painting of a bearded man attempting to cajole his wife into consuming a fish. A couple fishing. Hey, this is the room we were in the beginning of the game. This is where the patriarch is dying. Even the same wallowers were around him in the bed. They were animated. The first third of the left part of the background may have been changed, just speaking from memory, but the right 2/3 of the scene were right in front of our faces a few minutes ago. A painting of a dog trying to impress its owner by mimicking the gait of a horse. What a weird looking horse that Sir Roger Borgon is riding here. I think I remember seeing this horse earlier in the game, actually. I like that our character tried to read something into the dog's movement. Ad's reading bedtime stories to a nun. Oh, some perfectly good pornography ruined by overly impressionistic brushwork. Standing model from 1887. So maybe Impressionism is also a response of people getting fed up with the realism that you see in a painting like this. Wanting to go back to scribbles after having their fill of proto-photography. Making. I'm noticing that every character in this scene is looking away from us except the 3 in the middle. 3 ladies? Why are they looking at us and why is everyone else looking away? Are they coming to work and everyone else is going home? What year does this game take place in? It doesn't matter. It takes place in some year that could either begin with a 14, 15, 16, or 17, or 18. One of those. Doesn't matter. It takes place, you know, Soul Calibur takes place in the stage of history, so Death of the Reprobate takes place in the stage of art history. Go from left to right. No, let's go from right to left. Cautious noble child. The poshiest little tot I've ever spotted. Disgusting. Let's follow the Lord's advice last. I swear that, like, this is a King George or someone. I feel like I saw this guy in elementary school American history class. Smug little noble bloke pointing at a painting of his smug little noble wife. Hello. Oh, how sweet. He's doing the South Park Mel Gibson lip flaps. Hot coat hair. Oh, oops. Let me fix that. My phone just said 2 words. One moment. I apologize for that. That was not a technical difficulty, nor was it the stream getting taken offline for having too much non-sexual artistic nudity. I cracked into something hard and sharp and pointy when I was eating the last bits of my soup, and I was worried that a piece of ceramic might have chipped off the bowl and landed in my mouth, but I was eating some chicken noodle soup that I stirred an egg into to help thicken it up, and I guess a few pieces of eggshell got left behind. That's fine. Look up what happens if you swallow a piece of eggshell. I think in some cases it can be bad, but most of the times it dissolves. Either way, I'd rather not do it, and I decided to spit it out. Look at it! Oh, that's adorable. Yeah. Love to see a young couple in love. Old bean. What? Wilhelmina of Prussia. Okay, but in the painting, you're Wilhelmina! Thanks for the 25 bucks, Trig the Discovery. Oh, so if you swallow little bits of eggshell, you just get extra calcium. I think it's just like you're rolling the dice on whether or not it rotates through your digestive system in a way to that a sharp, pointy edge might scrape something in there. But I think you're rolling like an 85% chance of that not happening. But in any case, I don't think I swallowed any eggshells. I just found them on the last bite at the bottom of the bowl. They must have settled to the bottom. I hope I didn't accidentally swallow any eggshells. Due to some clumsy oh no. I may have also eaten a few tiny shards of bowl ceramic before realizing it. Did anything happen to you, Cap? I should, probably get some kind of reassurance before going to bed tonight. What's the monkey? Sufficient. Subscription-based model. Wait, who is this? Lake Cubilius. Guess what we're doing, guys? We're opening up a tab of Google and we're typing in the words Lake Cubilius. Lake Cubilius, Lake Cubilius. Lake Cubilius is a guy on Twitter is what comes up. Very, 90s looking fellow with frosted tips in his hair, and he is reading correctly. What is this Lake Cubilius thing? They just reposted some Depth of the Reprobate stuff. Might have been one of the game developers. Might have had a shout out maybe to one of the developers' friends? Who let Lake Cubilius in here? Apparently the stomach acid will dissolve it, but it might cause trouble on the... Is this eggshells or ceramic? Because I can imagine stomach acid taking care of eggshells pretty well. I mean, they crumble apart when you finger them, but ceramic bowl shards, I don't know. That sounds a little testier. Oh god, now I'm starting to... I need to stop thinking about it. I need to stop thinking about it, or else I'll feel something in my stomach that I don't want to feel. Native subculture. Medium is all. They're strangled one by one to a slow and painful death. They'll probably look back with resentment and anger. God, I gotta read that again. There was a lot going on in that one. I moved to a subscription-based model. Oh, no more replies to that one though. There was some humor. There was some pain. Okay, now we're gonna talk to the Lord's advice. Who the Lord is leading us to. Oh, this must be another good deed we can do. You do know there'll be dog shit. Shits. What? That's very creative writing. These are all alliterative synonyms of dog shit. Terrier turds, Doberman duty, Schnauzer shits. Heh. Okay, so we gotta hook her up with a husband. We gotta help a fisherman catch his fish. Red, white, and green with a single inappropriate browns. Did I write that down? That's helpful. Oh, let me double check that I did everything in there. I Oh, there's something in the shelf here. Shrine. Oh no, what happens when I touch that? Oh no! So speaking with it did something horrible, but touching it did something appropriate. Oh no, there's the naked ladies on the roof here. The nudes on the top shelf. It's tits. Okay, now have I done everything? I haven't pressed the touch button on these things. That's a lovely idea. Violently? God, this guy is always like... I can't tell whether or not he's assuming the best or the worst. Usually it's the worst. But with the shrine, he all of a sudden got weirdly, uncharacteristically pious with the touch button. He, thinks that I want to attack these people. Because Herzog is, that much of a reprobate. Okay, well, we found what was important in there, and that was a new quest to get a husband. Oh, right! I completely forgot about the dangling naked man. The volume's a little loud. There we go. Okay, so this is a new scene. We don't have any lordly arrows guiding us from above. No way! I've, like, seen myself in this game probably 17 times by now. We require financial jeopardy to motivate us. We live in squalor to allow us to believe it is worth striving for something better. The second we become successful, we will lose our drive. We will see that money cannot save us from our terrors at night, and we will become emotionally and creatively numb. If your life ain't bleak, then your clothes ain't chic. God, this game is... This is the Georgiest game I have ever played in my life. Dan Van Dan. I make cloths and clothes. Oh yes, welcome to the String Bangle 61. We are playing Witcher 4, yes. How's business now? Wow. Wow. Hey, I think I saw this guy in the other room. Is he painting a self-portrait of some drunken peasants enjoying a drink in the same room he's painting his self-portrait in? This is wonderful. It's a bad thing. I used to be a proper artist. I was no Michelangelo, but I had passion, drive, integrity. I believe I could one day have created something of real value. But the minute I found some creative success, I was so inundated with incredibly lucrative job offers from incredibly boring men. The jobs sucked, but the money was so good I couldn't turn them down. Of course, as soon as I got a sniff of wealth, I became greedy for more. I have studied the depths of sadness in the faces of 1,000 wealthy men, yet still I believe it will be different for me. Still I believe more money might make me happy. I must believe it. But the other option is to admit that I have dedicated my life to smearing colors around a canvas for naught. I've acquired for taste for oysters, and now I wonder, what do sturgeon eggs taste like? So we have, like, the true duality of man on the left and right sides of this painting here. There's, like, Mr. Beast on the right here, and then ContraPoints on the left. Wait, did that actually put that in my inventory? Yes, it did! Okay, let's combine it with Portrait Painter, see if something happens. Huh. So does this save some kind of screenshot into the notebook, and is that important? And what was that weird creature on the other side? I can't draw a picture of the wheel boy. I think the weird creature is not changing. What in the world am I looking at here? Okay, I'm looking at what I guess is a suit of armor built to look like a flowing cloth hooded robe. Standing next to a castle turret. Yeah, like I see bricks, but there's also swords that look way too big for... Anyways, let's see if that changes when I change my screenshotted portrait back to the Portrait Painter. Yeah, it's a different weird creature. Like a complete I feel like H.P. Lovecraft here. How do I describe what I'm looking at? My mind is comprehending it, but the words coming out of my mouth... Okay, we have... It kind of reminds me of a weird Chow from Sonic Adventure. Like if you're imagining the Chows from Sonic Adventure, if they were emaciated, plump, naked little men with weird hairy man legs sticking out of their bottoms. Huh. Creepy lizard man. See what his deal is. Oh, he's posing for a portrait. Wow. Cronenbergian Teletubby. Okay, someone in chat, Trig the Discovery, just described this as a Cronenbergian Teletubby. Yeah? Okay, there might be, like, some more modern drawings in here that are designed to look like wood print. Historical wood print. Oops, this is not the gallery. Oh, I hate this. Oh, I hate this so much. Oh my god, the Lord wants me to interact with someone in here, though. Feed me! The art gallery was where I wanted to go, because I wanted to double check this thing here. What is it? Floppy-titted goblin emerging from a leaking barrel. A page from the drolatic dreams of Pantagruel from 1565. Page from the Drolatic Dreams of Pantagruel. Let's open Firefox and see what comes up. A page from the page of Pantagruel. Oh god, what was it? A page from the Drolatic Dreams of Pantagruel. Page of the Drolatic Dreams. Pantagruel. From 1575. Oh no, they're blah, blah. Oh, guess what I just found out? That all those things I thought were new were actually old. Which Firefox window is the one with the... Is it this one? Yeah, the Drolatic Dreams, these artworks from the... God, what was that? Why am I like HP Lovecraft? As soon as I hear the name, I keep forgetting it. The pages from the Drolatic Dreams of Pantagruel are apparently a real art history thing. These Cronenbergian Teletubbies have been around for half a millennia. What the world am I looking at? Like a personified Rorschach blob. I can't tell if, like, the clothes make the creature, or the anatomy underneath the clothes, or where the creature begins, where the clothes end. If it's an animal, or a monster, or... Oh, hello. Oh, look at that, codpiece on this one. Oh, there's also another dramatic codpiece on this other one. Oh my gosh, they're all, like... Okay, maybe not all of them, but so many of these woodcuts are, like, emphasizing the codpiece. Remind me of the illustrated terrifying stories for tiny little children books that I would have as a child. Okay, what's the story behind these? Oh! Oh my god! Hang on a moment here. We have a drawing pad and a quill, and when you walk up to someone... Like a moving target. When you walk up to someone and combine the drawing pad with them, your character must be sketching with the black and white quill on paper some, like, psychological projection of the kind of character he sees in the person. Yeah! Oh! Let me bring that up. Look! Look! The guy on the left does kind of look like the guy on the right. So, our character is traveling through the world seeing, or at least imagining visuals of, very strange Cronenberg-esque woodcut creatures. When he looks deeply at the characters he's interacting with and drawing them down. And it might be that there was some kind of, artistic influential process going on with the game developer doing a similar sort of thing but in the reverse order. Maybe the game developer was looking at these weirdos to try and come up... Oh god. Try and come up with the sort of personality that the character would have in the game, and also come up with some kind of story justification behind why your character would have such a mindset. Okay, what's the story behind this? Public domain review. The Drolatic Dreams of Pantagruel from 1565. A satirical masterpiece. Gargantua and Pantagruel. I've heard these names. I have heard these names. There's 120 of these. Doesn't sound like it was conceived for nefarious purposes, like artist's vanity impulse that he thought would sell in markets. The public domain review has some restrictions on reuse, which is really not featuring distinction here, but perhaps we can, flip through some images here real quick. Maybe, a game developer wouldn't have fooled me into thinking these are more modern if there was more of this, the old 1500s page paperwork in the background. Or, it doesn't have to be 1500s, I could have been looking at a... Oh no, that's a 1565 original. Okay, let's skim that preface real quick, and then we'll get back to the game. Short and somewhat babbling preface. Put the block text below. Who cannot stay on the edge of half-truths? Trying to think of some sort of visually engaging okay. This is in truth the reason has led me to avoid this. No intention to insult or scandalize anyone, but only to offer it as a pastime for the youth. So they may well have been satirical caricatures of infamous people from either his day or the Cantigrel story, the novel from a decade earlier. But the justification, the rationalization in the official preface is just no, these are the vain artistic doodles for kids. Yeah, these are like an edgy teenager's doodles. Or at least that's what the adult artist claimed them as before selling them for money in a market. Unironically neat. How very edutaining. So we've exhausted oh god. No, you know what? We're actually gonna save this one for last. We are absolutely gonna save that one. We're gonna go to this nice fun looking tavern or something first. Oh no, we're in the Orient. So, tambourist? Question mark? So our character has extensive musical knowledge and appreciation of of the harmonic arts, both Oriental and Occidental. He's never seen the instrument before, but he recognizes the Makam Nawa Atar. Dancers! Exclamation point! I could do learning a few new moves. Genie? Question mark? Oh, he's got some kind of bird or something on his hat. Bartholomew Ustep. Oh, he's a soothsayer. How very exotic. Everyone in this game is weirdly impatient and frustrated, and that's funny because they're just kind of standing in place doing nothing and seem as was the line from Fight Club, as peaceful as Hindu cows. What am I supposed to be doing there? Oh, we're gonna have another good task to do. How can I help the man in the room with the screaming kids? It's a grating reaction to those screaming kids. I might have had a mutual feelings with him there. But I'm getting way off guard of my first mission objective, which was catching a fish for Horatio. Appropriate bait, right, and stop those naughty troublemakers, and finally cast your line at the right time. I think I'll stumble across the bait, and that the fruit that I verbally stole from the fruit stand might work for that case, but what about the troublemakers? I don't have any good ideas on those. Go to the gallery and ask the monkeys to replace the rocks in their paintings with pigeons? What? Okay, let's try it. Oh, we're scrolling. We have 4. We have 7 options here. The forest people. Yeah, let's focus on another task for now. This man might spoil some fun surprises for us. Cabinet. Large mahogany bureau. Cabinet's interactive. That was a very LucasArts. Caterpillar or something? Caterpillar. Oh no, is it gonna eat all the paper? Floofy spikes and big white eyes. Doesn't that mean poisonous? I don't think we should eat nor touch this thing. Oh, this is bait! This would be good bait. Okay, but for now, let's focus on the troublemakers. I'd like need a hook or something, wouldn't I? Okay, so we're gonna go to the gallery and ask the monkeys to replace the pigeons in their paintings with, or replace the rocks with pigeons. But that was not on the menu. Wait, so does that mean that they're apples? I had them as... Oyster. Hunks of pig carcass. Maybe this would... This sounds real interesting and frightening. I am very curious to see what this does to the fishermen at the water. However, that is some real, true, genuine adventure game logic if changing... Yep, changing the rocks in the painting. Change the troublemakers rocks to a bunch of hunks of pig carcass. What do they have to say about that? Their dialogue didn't change, though. It's kind of funny that it doesn't. So if we can generate free food for the village by having them throw freshly chucked oysters into the... Oh wait, no, I don't know if that would actually generate free food for the village. Oh my god. His head has also changed. Yes! Wow, I didn't even notice. Which I assume would be tip-off that this is a fourth wall breaking painting. Freshly shucked, sorrel seasoned oyster. The head needs to be turned upside down. Oh, can I ask him about his cabbage head? I don't think I can, but I want to go back and try, and it'll only take a couple seconds. Oh my gosh, I am so very in love with this game right now. Okay, there's no words about the cabbage head. Fortunate. Whatever honeymoon period I am feeling right now has been one of the highs of the highs of maybe like the whole past 5 years. Replace the subjects with pigeons. Let's get it done at this point. A cabbage-headed man holding some softly sleeping wood pigeons in a cow shed. I wonder if the background's gonna change anything. Oh, they're shooting them into the sky. Come on, what's it look like? Give us a pigeon. Whee! Here it goes. Oh, fish! There are actual fish swimming around in there now. Probably gonna have to scare the bird off before doing the real thing, but we also gotta find bait. Oh, let's experiment with silly gags. Let's talk about fishing, and then what are you using for bait? Oh, that's right, he was... There has been so many other things to think about by now that I forgot that he was using a purpose-built carved vagina wooden effigy as bait. Yeah. Let's take the poison caterpillar. I want to ask the guru, Bartholomew Yostep, the local soothsayer, about it before picking it up. He might give me a hint. I'm very afraid of pressing the touch and the lick button on a cat. The mouth button. The finger button and the mouth button. How should I be thinking of those buttons? Spiritual guidance. In the middle, that large mahogany bureau over there. Nice. Okay, I'll try the finger button first. Oh, there's a cat hiding underneath it. I don't think I would have noticed that. Or a lemur or something? What is this mammal? This furry mammal hiding under the bureau? I don't know if I would have noticed this little mammal hiding under the bureau were it not for the need to roll your mouse cursor around and kind of focus your eyeballs on the cursor itself. The cursor got close to the bureau, and that's when I spotted it. Okay, finger. Then we're gonna finger the caterpillar. Is that it? Was that all? Is it in our inventory now? Tiny caterpillar. Let's combine the caterpillar with Horatio and scare the bird off first, actually. Wait, no, God. Okay. Gotta do it in the inventory, can't do it in dialogue. Now, I believe it is time. Yay! Barn door key as a token of my appreciation. Oh, bye, Lord. Will you love me now, my child? Oh, jeez. Well, at least it's a start. We have done one good deed. Marked it off the list. I want to go, before I see what's inside the barn door that surely doesn't have a bunch of nude men frolicking around, I want to see if the Lord will be dangling above the other people who have problems. No? Maybe he just goes away once you've done your good deed. This is so cute. That was like a weirdly heartwarming, genuine, touching moment all of a sudden after all this manic irreverent humor and manic irreverent subject matters for art history. Oh, you press the touch button after doing a good deed and your guy does better touches than usual. I was half expecting him to just smack the shit out of that kid, but nope, he was like, good kid, you get head pats. Yeah, progress, we're making oh, hello, oh my goodness, what is... Okay, we got a pointy-collared clavichord fondler, and then a couple of ripped dudes doing a sexy bear hug. A large sleeping lion, some kind of bird or something, sheeps, shepherdess, question mark, another kind of bird or something, and once again, there is a musician framing the edge of the scene. Is there anywhere we can go where there isn't a musician on the edge? In the Dying Reprobate's room, we have musicians on the edge. Outside in the yard, we have musicians on the edge. Every single scene has musicians somewhere at the edge of the painting. Look at that, everyone! Someone was mentioning earlier about how this is also a great excuse to make a teleological soundtrack. So the music might stop and go at funny moments depending on what's happening. What about this room? What about this room? Okay, the camera did pan up for a little while. There might be musicians up here. Come on, come on. Show us some musicians. Show us some musicians. There's drunkards. I know that eventually at some point they sing a song about tits. It does seem kind of sing-songy. Tits, tits, tits. They're like singing a drunken song about tits. There was a kind of rhythmic, repetitive, poetic message to the prose. I mean the print. But there was no, we're still hearing, oh my god. Yo! Yes, those are technically musicians at the edge of the frame, but we're still hearing the teleological soundtrack coming in from the other room where they're playing on the harpsichord or the piano or whatever box full of black and white keys instrument she's playing there. So we have drunkards singing a drinking song about tits at the edge, musicians in the edge of the frame in there. So this horrible room full of screaming children has a musician in the center. Top edge of the frame. It still counts. Jesus Christ, I'm gonna hate solving that guy's problem. And those are all the scenes we've seen so far. Okay, let's go back to the barn door. I can't believe how impressed I was at the consistency. There is some kind of musician, even if it's a vocalist singing through text boxes, on the edges of the scenes that you go to in every area. Okay, so this guy's like screaming for help. Oh, the Lord has a sign pointing us in this direction. No desire to explore the technicalities in intricate detail. What's wrong, friend? Is this naughty man attacking? Hang on, how? What's wrong, friend? Is this naughty man attacking you? No, he is violently fisting my butt! Oh dear! Would you like me to ask him to stop? No thanks, it's very much consensual. Oh, okay. Then why were you shouting for help? We dream of fucking in the open air, with the sun kissing our perspiring skin, and the wind singing over our gasping orifices. Crikey! But the townspeople frown upon our cavorting in the nude. We need an item of clothing that will cover my cheeky butt without restricting access to my entryways. Can you find me something that fits that description? Gosh, okay, right, okay. I'm good, fine, yes, sure, I can help you with that. Why wouldn't I? Oh, good. No problem. I'm on it. What was that? Like 7 different confirm messages. For some reason, our guy looks like he has seen some shit. Maybe literally. I'm not gonna interact with the birds. I don't want to scare the birds. Is there anything else they have to say? There seems to be blood trickling out of your ear. It looks more like... I mean, your wrist is visible. The face this guy is making in the corner. I gotta breathe. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. don't think I have laughed this hard in like 10 years, you guys. Okay, bye. Now what is this to-do list say? This one. Find appropriate clothes for the man in the barn. I gotta wipe the tears again for the 4th time tonight. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. You guys ever heard that, that story of all the random villagers in the medieval German village in the 1500s who, like, died of a hysterical fit of laughter? I'm like 30-something years old or whatever, and I think there might have been 3 times in my entire life, once per decade, where I laugh so hard that I have trouble breathing and actually have to make sure I don't laugh myself to death, because what you all just witnessed is apparently a once-in-a-decade event. Holy shit. Yeah. Alright, this option, I already know what I got. I have to find him a substitute for assless chaps. Something in the environment that'll... Some kind of adventure game puzzle piece that'll work as improvisational assless chaps. But the dialogue option is black, so I'm tempted to click it again to make sure I've exhausted them all. So let's hear it one more time. Of course you do. Okay. Okay, let's keep going. Giving a thorough neck rub to a lucky. I don't want any trouble. I didn't mean to judge. I'll go. She's very defensive. As is my God-given right, and I'd rather you left me alone. This game makes me sweat piss shit. Oh boy. I'll just let her stroke her ewe for the rest of the day and leave the conversation with nothing particularly interesting happening about that. Baby sheeps. Okay, maybe he likes mammals. He does not like birds. He likes music. He likes mammals. He likes sheep. Let's not get too hasty, guys. Our awful, horrible asshole of a main character is like steadily starting to have little warm spots of him appear as we go through too. Oh my god. Dilapidated clavichords. So now that I understand this guy's personality a bit better, I think I can roleplay him into being a slightly better person than he is at the beginning of the story by consciously choosing as a player not to scare away the birds, unless, you know, we're going fishing and it's a appropriate time to scare away birds. Not slapping people too hastily. Not going anywhere near the lion. I'm not going anywhere near the lion. I'm not going anywhere near the lion. Is that all we got in here? Okay, so we have to find some kind of assless chaps for the frolicking nude men. I can't believe I just said that sentence. That is the objective for our game here. Oh my god, what is he gonna... The soothsayer, what does the soothsayer have to say about this situation? Let's make that our next stop on the agenda. Is she fucking that? No, she was just petting it. Why are you assuming as much? She's just petting her favorite you. Okay. Where can I find appropriate clothing for the men in the barn? Just ask the cloth maker. Make you something. His workshop right across the road from... I hope I didn't just jump the shark just now. Because you know how, like, when you laugh at something so hard, you've kind of, like, depleted your laughometer for a little while and you gotta replenish? Woo! God. Let's do some looming. Hello, can you weave something for me? Can you make an item of clothing that will hide the wearer's rude bits from view without restricting access to their entryways? When you say entryways, the butthole, I guess, with a space between the two words, like a dainty little skirt. Oh my god, we're gonna make him a dainty little skirt and that'll be our good deed for the day. Our one of 7 good deeds for the day. That's enough real work and weave some freaky shit. Oh yeah, laughter refractory period. Is it really gonna be that easy? I had to do some fancy journeying to get the guy his fish, but is this the one and only step required? Effervescent. Please don't. Oh no! We did it! Oh, what's this goat here for? I am Goat King. Behold my magic flute. Okay. Oh my god, there's gonna be weird druid wizard people in the forest. I don't actually know, and it didn't come with instructions. Oh, he's not particularly possessive of it. That sounds useful. I wonder what painting the Goat King is from. Let's open up a Firefox window and type that in and see what happens. Goat King. It's taking a similar pose to our first result, but Goat King in classic painting. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna find it using this search term, but worth a try considering that tabbing open to Firefox and typing in some burning questions has yielded delicious fruit before. Oh boy. Dazzling. Goat King has kind of a thrifty stoner sort of tone to his no problem, my dude. Just glad to see the back of it. Yeah, sure, man. It goes da doo dee. Roch. Oh, this is how we're gonna figure it out. He, ta, dee, da, dum, do, dum, da, dee, ta, dee. Let me get my handy dandy gamer notebook and actually write this down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 7. These'll be the notes that will turn from do. Turn it from do to something cool. I'm still like in some kind of laughter refactory. Number 2 was dumb. Do dum da. D. E. D. Now, what was the spell you wanted me to do? Say it one more time and then I'll play it through. Dun, da 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 da. Da do dee. Da do dee. Da da do dee. Da do dee. Da do dee. Da da dun da da. We're gonna do a 3. And then a 1. Gotta do it a little faster or else run. Ooh. Oh, wrong one. I'm under a time limit here. Okay, so da do dee he is gonna be 3. 1, 4, 5. Oh no, 6. 3, 1, 4, 6. That should have been it, right? Yeah, that's it. Did that do anything? I thought something was supposed to happen. I guess I'll use it later on. Renaissance era Monkey Island is a good way to describe it, but I mean, okay, if you haven't recently gone through art history, I forgive you for looking at this stuff and thinking Renaissance, but there's about like 400 years of business being covered by everything slapped on the screen, and the pastiche of all sorts of different anachronistic periods of art history is I don't think as important to getting the jokes as the writing. I'm not super duper well read on art history. I mean that in the sense that I, like, was not necessarily a major or professionally trained in this stuff. Armchair hobbyist. But the whole, like, half hour we spent in this art gallery room is, really putting the ethos of the whole game together. The art gallery here has works from the late 1800s, early 1600s. There are some significantly older around here in some places. Yeah, there's a 1588 here. 1524 there. Any 14s? I feel like I've seen a 14 in here, but in either case, it actually seems a little biased towards dates that begin with a 16. So, I don't know, there's a few other categorical words you could use to describe this vibe is probably more closely accurate to something like Baroque or Enlightenment, more so than Renaissance. Good lord, I am so ridiculously happy to be flicking this little guy around in this weird little town square. I don't think I would have appreciated the fisting gag without a deep appreciation of Monet. Flashbacks, yes. It's simultaneously gorgeous and also funny, and scatological and juvenile, and also matured and worldly and experienced. Okay, I just did a second good deed really fast. Find a lover for the woman in the gallery. The soothsayer is telling me I'm not going to be able to work on that until I get to the woods. I'm going into the nursery room. God, I'm gonna hate this so much. Oh boy. A moaning little slap-faced brat. He seems to be hungry. What would be good? Oh, we really do only have 5 seconds before the children yell us out of there. Okay, let's talk to the guy that the Lord is pointing to within those first 5 seconds. Oh. I'm trying to click on him. I can't move past him. Fat-headed kid on a rocking horse. Okay, this is good. This is good. I might not be able to explore as much of the kindergarten nursery or whatever as I... Oh, this is where I'm going to use the flute, because remember how there was a surprisingly intense time limit to play the flute noise? Also, I don't think this is actually 5 seconds long. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi. He says 5 seconds, but it's deceptively lengthier than 5 actual seconds. Okay, well, I'm gonna be able to play the noise on the flute, the magic spell on the magic flute that'll turn his little horse, his little toy horse, into a little real horse. 3, 1, 4, 6. 3, 1, 4, 6. And the baby is actually saying, "Feed me." You hear that, right? That's like a toddler screaming, "Feed me." He seems to be hungry. Strawberries, pears, really flipping unusually large marrow. I'm guessing we should give him the strawberries, but let's see what other choices we have on the way here, because there's a lot going on in here, and I'm not going to enjoy any of it. Seems to be hungry. Shut up. Oh, okay. I might not should have been so quick to press that touch button. The delicate balance of her universe. Couple of ugly crying babies. Dad, oh no. Oh, Dad definitely looks... The Lord is telling us to give Dad some help here. Are you okay? Postnatal depression. To find myself by my work. What's your name? Tarkin Larkin the Carpenter. There's definitely something we can help him with here. We gotta quiet the kids, make them stop for one flippin' second. I shut these horrible, ugly babies up. A rhyming mnemonic to help us remember his preferences. Nothing's green and nothing blue, nothing that he has to chew, no products branded with a logo, and also nothing containing cocoa. So what's the rhyme again? Nothing green and nothing blue. We're writing this down so that we'll pick something true. Nothing that he has to chew. No products branded with a logo. And nothing containing cocoa. So blue. Chew. Logo. Cocoa. All of those 4 categories I am marking down in my notebook as confirmed no-goes. How can I shut the horrible, ugly babies up? They're overtired, they can't sleep because they need to sleep so badly. Numbnuts over here lost them while gambling in the tavern. I lost the bet! Oh no, I have to steal the soothsayer's turban? Quantity of things is overwhelming. I am promiscuous. All caps, no spaces. Okay, I am pro-mischief. That's what that means. I got this. Yeah, you got this. Unusually large marrow, pears, strawberries. All 3 of these, I think, qualify. Oh, nothing he has to chew, so it has to be some kind of liquid. Strawberries kind of melt in your mouth once you give them a good tonguing, right? They're not blue, you don't really have to chew them. They're not branded with a logo, they don't contain cocoa, and they're like soft toddler food. The products branded with a logo and nothing. Okay, so the problem is you still have to give the strawberries one vanity chew before they just kind of melt. Alright. Directly into the rusty hole of a cockle trawler. Oh, they're not that bad. Come on. I have psoriasis. Exactly. You're not exactly a Botticelli Madonna yourself, mate. Hang on, can I do that again? Oi! I have psoriasis! Oi! I have psoriasis, motherfucker! Eat shit! You're not exactly a Botticelli Madonna yourself, mate! Oh boy. So, they need a swaddling blanket. Oh, I was not expecting to land back here. Oh, hello, who are you? Fruity flute player. Fruity flute player. A topless, grape-crowned flute. Oh my goodness, I'm seeing the grapes, I'm seeing all the fruit. Topless, grape-crowned... A topless, grape-crowned flute boy giving Jorg Philip Teleman's Fantasy in C major a bloody good go. Let's, give him a clap. Something about the R's and the L's were tripping me up there. Blavo! It's a creepy fop. Something this guy is making me want to bash my own eyeballs out. This is from a slightly later period. This looks like he's from one of those, like, French Revolution paintings. Beef. Looks delicious. A little English boy whose daddy owns a county full of peat bogs. Mangled leather boot mated with a mud-drunk toad. Have the face of a disgruntled crab. Let's not pick any of those others. Let's just move on to the boxer here. He's ready to rumble. Let's dance. I'm a skedaddle. Well, I wasn't expecting that. No! So he does the same thing that he did with the previous shrine. Oh, I'm on the backside of this guy getting slapped at his backside. Shitting down my chimney. Plop, plop. Commentary financial documents. Is this another good deed? The Lord is not guiding us towards this good deed, but seems like it should be a candidate. Oh my goodness. How long does that go on? Okay. Bucket of chocolate milkshake. Why is this interactable? Why? Why? What in the world is that? Is that gonna be in our inventory in a couple seconds? Oh boy. What does the pump do? The bucket is already full. You don't say. You don't fucking say. I have a feeling I might be using this bucket of chocolate milkshake to help solve whatever problems they're dealing with on the roof upstairs. Okay, I'm afraid to piss the fop off, and I would like our reprehensible reprobate to have some kind of redemption arc through the story. So let's investigate the big hole instead. The big hole. I can't pick up a hole. It is by definition a lack of physical effort. So, no more interactions with the hole. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. No, I think I just thought of a puzzle solution. that I really hope is not the actual puzzle solution. No, no, let's explore a little bit more. I want to ask about the turban again. What was the business with that? Oh, I recognize that girl in the background opening that door from a painting I gave commentary on a few minutes earlier. Oh, it's Dad. It's Dad where I get the advice about the ugly babies to shut up. So the one guy we've seen wearing a turban is the soothsayer across the street. It looks like a tavern from the outside, but not from the inside. Bartholomew Ustep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And pro mischief. Blankets. A few times until he gives up. That was a very unenthusiastic explanation of the puzzle solution, although it does sound like a very entertaining solution. In any case, this is not our guy. Oh, yes. That is obviously the forest entrance. With the weird forest wizard druid people. Okay, bye! Oh, this is why the password is being pro-mischief. Killjoys and narcs. Oh, I didn't have to type it or pick it from a choice. Why did it make that noise? Oh, I can't talk to him. I can only raspberry at him. Can I interact with the people on the way? Oh, there's a door. There's a door. Let's go run very like a normal person to the door. Where do we start? There's a pissing drunkard, a sleeping drunkard, several sleeping drunkards, collection of grown men betting on the actions of some monkeys, and some kind of bird or something. Massive chalice with a tiny snake inside. Oh, well, let's go from left to right and clear it out. File. Oh, wow, we got more non-sexual artistic nudity. Don't cover your eyes, kids. Artistics defining. I'm saying a magnum abyss. It's It's just a bottle of piss. No, I thought we were gonna talk about it. We're not gonna take the piss bottle either. I can't imagine Roger Ebert saying games weren't art after playing this. Right, especially since so much of the gags specifically come from the interactivity. You want the piss bottle, search for it. No, one of the gags comes from how much you want something and like the internal debate in your head over whether or not you're really going to go through with it or if that's really what you should do or if you should turn the game off and go to bed. Yeah, there's a very, very different internal dialogue with games that absolutely should qualify as an artistic experience. Like how I decided earlier not to bother any of the birds. What about the snake? A massive chalice, you say? Why do we have this tiny snake in this massive chalice? Anything different? Nope. I don't want a massive chalice with a tiny snake inside. Imagine playing Resident Evil and your character is sneaking their way through a spooky zombie mansion and you come across the wolf medallion or whatever and your character's reaction is just, I don't want a wolf medallion. I don't want the antique puzzle box. Oh, these are the backgammon monkeys. Bill, Brad. Oh, that must be the quote-unquote turban. I also like how easy it is to read emojis nowadays. This is a modern phenomenon going on 20-30 years now that might represent language having permanently changed forever. We're now operating on an emoji inclusive language, and I imagine that maybe 15 or 20 years ago it might look weird to see emojis, text-based emojis, get thrown into dialogue like this, but it really feels quite natural nowadays. I'm potentially a bit racist. Can I borrow your turban, please? I'm potentially a bit racist, so I'm torn. Oh. Oh. So don't we just have to tell him it's a stupid game? How am I supposed to guess the result of a random action? Some say there is a system. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Are you flipping kidding me with this shit? How would these guys even know how the dice are gonna land? It makes no sense. It makes no sense! a real feeling and sense of achievement. Oh my god. Oh, there we go. We have more of those Unicode emojis now. Give me the flippin' blankets. A strategy guide man said that I don't have to play the gambling game. My condolences to your wife. What else we got in here? Oh yay, more musicians. So wait a second, someone just said that, like... applauding in the very middle of the, musician's current set feels really rude. And that's something that, like, struck me as a weirdly soft or beneficent side to our asshole rude character. Like, he occasionally seems to have moments of genuinely appreciating other people or other animals, and the music always seemed like a soft going past the musicians and like giving them a nice smile and a clap seems polite to me. Our character also seems to have a bit more respect for passed out drunkards than some other types of characters. For fun. Oh, yay. Flagon of ale. Where are we gonna be using that? I know where I'm gonna be using. Come on, egg. Egg. You cheated not only the dice, but yourself. Oh no, why did our guy do that? Oh, what an asshole. I just wanted to take the egg and put it in my inventory and run away with it, not break it on the floor. Alright, well, let's go, solve an adventure game puzzle. In, true Harriet Du Bois style. No! No! It doesn't work! No! Okay, let's do the blankets on these guys at least. Oh, that's quite a different painting. Okay, smart guy, you win this round. I'm going to sleep now. What is a fucking fly monitor? Okay. There was another potential solution to this puzzle that I spotted. I really hope this is not the potential solution. Oh my god. Oh my god, it actually is an inventory item you can put in your pocket. Oh boy. Okay, thank goodness. Thank goodness. Let me actually go through the whole inventory, see if I already got it. This probably shouldn't work, you know, just in case. Also, oh yeah. Ron, were you here to see my reaction to the very first sight of his run animation? Cause God, you ever laugh so much that it makes you tired? I'm gonna check my weight after this. I was probably burning calories from laughing so hard. Holy cow. Is it time for the forest? Did we... Yeah, we did see... This is the tavern. And we cleared it out. We're good, we're good. We're done with the tavern. Oh, I gotta breathe. Real question, how did they do these visuals? Hey, Macaroni4. It looks to me like they cut and pasted some, really good... Like you... I'm not gonna claim to know exactly, but it seems like you could do something like this by making the frames in Photoshop. Photoshop has some pretty good deformation tools where you can magic eraser out whatever character from whatever classical painting you want and rig up an almost, what's it called? Puppet warp. Puppet warp's a real good one. We might be seeing a lot of usage of the Photoshop puppet warp tool here. Did we come down those stairs? Or is that no, we came from the background. Oh, geez, I need to go immediately back, because there's so much to take in on every scene. And musicians at the edge of the frame in every scene, too. We're still not missing a beat when it comes to these musicians. Let's appreciate them. Did the, like, actual pinnacle of the comedy adventure point and click game genre hit here? I also want to point out, this might be actually due to the in-game strategy guide system with the soothsayer Bartholomew, who's 3 screens over. I've not also been super frustrated with the adventure game logic going on in some of these puzzles. The fourth wall breaking painting that was changing the rocks to pigeons was pretty out there, but the soothsayer gave me a solution. I don't think I would have been stuck on any other puzzles I've encountered so far. Adobe Character Animator. There was that bonkers Adobe tech demo where they ran a 2D character through an AI model that made it through. Yeah, well, good thing we're not seeing any of that here. That's what I think it is. Collage and just animating the parts. Maybe doing some extra art assets for changing hands and such. So cool. Yeah, I'm not going to claim to know what tools the game developer really did actually use, but I feel like I, myself, might be able to toss together some similar animations for video, at least, by the Photoshop puppet warp tool I was mentioning earlier. The right of this scene. An arbitrary roadblock that you could simply step over or around if you wished. So many good gamer jokes on top of just overwhelming majority of good, normal, ordinary jokes. Yeah, as simple as it might legit be, this is genius, and I love that this exists. Yes, I can't believe... This game came out yesterday. I have not really played a point-and-click adventure in a good-ass long time. There was a nice renaissance in the mid-2010s. But I swear, yeah, none of the Telltale games got me laughing. Obviously, I just mentioned that I have not laughed that hard in maybe a decade. The last time I laughed that hard might have been at MagFest, in a crowded room full of peers, feeling the kind of emotional highs that one feels in that sort of social situation, and I just gave a decade laugh. That's gotta count for something, right? No other adventure game I've ever played has gotten me laughing that hard, otherwise I would have remembered it. Because that kind of laugh is like... You don't forget those laughs easily over your entire lifetime. Have you played Tales from the Borderlands? No, I have not. I don't know if I was super interested. I kept hearing it get recommended, but as a... I mean, I wouldn't call myself an avowed Borderlands hater so much as a Borderlands apathetic. I played Borderlands 1 and thought it was not my jam and haven't really paid attention to it since. Wait, no, I played about a couple hours of Borderlands 2 and genuinely did not like the humor, so I was I don't know if I'll be able to enjoy the game correctly with those kinds of preconceptions. Disco is funny. Oh yeah, Disco is funny, but I can't say I got that level of laugh. I feel you. Yeah, Disco also isn't a point-and-click adventure game, but there was one scene in Disco Elysium. I was watching a friend of mine play it actually, where he steals body armor from the decaying corpse and then cooks it off the flesh in the oven of the hostel kitchen at night when no one is looking. That had me laughing so very hard that I remember it super duper clearly. Yeah, no, like the memories associated with hardcore laughter stick with you really strong. And that was Disco Elysium was some pretty good hardcore laughter, but it did not get me like sliding out of the chair and struggling to breathe like I was doing what was it, a half hour ago, an hour ago? I don't know. Time flies when you're having this much fun. Womanly hysteria? Got a regular Scarlet Bronte over here. For any existential crisis. Why are you like this? Have you considered finding a slightly more willing bride? So kind, so understanding. Good luck, I guess. Could this be a good deed for the day, saving a bride from an unwanted marriage? No, our good deed is saving a couple of lads having a Barney. I can't interact with the Lord this time. Come on, you know fine well you're not supposed to go there yet. Couple lads having a Barney. What is a Barney? Oh, actually, how are they doing the perspective here? Nicked my tender little inner thigh on a thorn bush while walking a half marathon. Okay, hang on. There's a joke. There is a joke about the painting going on in that line of dialogue. We gotta bring up Firefox and go back to trivia mode for a second here. What was that saint painting with the bloody leg? Here. Saint painting with a bloody leg. It looks like this guy here, Francesco Francia St. Roch. Okay. Let's refresh ourselves on the story of this guy with his bleeding leg. Where is the... Which one is it? Which one is it? Make sure we get the correct saint. Saint Roch is ringing slightly familiar, but I'm not seeing... Oh, is this... Ah, it's close, but it doesn't look like the exact one. The smacks are always so good, yes, that is... Never gets old seeing one of these guys with this kind of animation rigging just get a good hard schmack. I feel like it was a painting with two saints in it, and one of them was the one with the bleeding leg. Because there's gonna be some, like, story, a local tall tale or local legend about a guy surviving a lethal wound to the leg or something. I don't know, maybe St. Roch got shot in the leg with an arrow and then cartwheeled and somersaulted his way to safety, and... Two Saints Roch painting. Maybe this will get it. Maybe someone in chat recognize it, actually. Oh yeah, just thought about that PBS show with Sister Wendy talking about artistry. I was watching Sister Wendy like 6 months ago. I love that woman. R.I.P. Is him? Is he? Very soothing and relaxing voice to fall asleep to. However, I worry that her interpretations of the artwork might be a bit too bourgeois for my liking. There was a painting she showed from a Book of Hours where the summer scene had the summer scene for August showed aristocrats hunting falcons in the woods and then peasants stripping naked and going for a swim in the river. And she, like, pointed at this painting of these peasants basically playing a game out of their hunt and saying, "See, they are dressed in such uncomfortable hot clothes. It's really the peasants who were free." And I simultaneously love it while rolling my eyes. Why are we not finding the painting? There apparently is a Saint Roch here who is a bloody leg. Saint with bloody leg. Okay, Saint Peregrine. We might have another. I might have been thinking, or rather looking up the wrong saint. See what St. Peregrine paintings are out there. So we have at least two saints who famously appear in paintings where they show the viewer some kind of bloody wound on their leg. But who is the one in the game scene? Oh, this one looks real close. Oh, it's not the same one. Ah. I think that tree man is Saint Sebastian. Saint Sebastian tree. I think you're right. But it looks like we have two candidates so far for the guy lifting his clothes up to show us a bloody spot on his leg. Let's look up the story of either or. Oh, the patron saint of cancer. Saint Peregrine. Saint Peregrine looks bald. The guy in the scene right now has hair, so maybe it's Saint Roch, or maybe it doesn't even necessarily matter, because have all sorts of different appearances in the different paintings. Also called Roch in English, was a ancient saint of dogs and falsely accused people. What's the funny story of the miracle performed? Ministering Piacenza at the hospital of Nostra Signora del Belteme, he withdrew into the forest. He fell ill. He made himself a bunch of bows, which was miraculously recovered. He would have perished had not a dog belonging to a nobleman named Gothard Palestrelli supplied him with bread and licked his wounds, healing them. But what's with the spot on his leg that he wants us to see so badly for some reason? Like, what scene are these poses depicting? some kind of illness, but it doesn't mention why he'd be bleeding with an open wound. Oh, it's a plague sore. Oh! Oh, that explains it. So, in the story, he catches the plague and develops some kind of sore on his leg that miraculously heals when a local nobleman's hunting dogs find him and start licking the wounds. So in the game, he nicked his tender little inner thigh on a thorn bush while walking a half marathon. I nicked it deep! Arguably much worse than having a few poxy arrows in you. I know, those arrows don't look like anything to sneer at. Oh no, they're having a saint off! Okay, you can like look at that and tell what the miracle is supposed to be. You don't gotta look that up on the internet to know what the funny story behind that saint is. But one thing I wanted to see is how they do the perspective change here. So we're zooming in to this little square immediately behind him, but when we zoom in, it shifts to the right, so that it kind of looks like a camera, like rotating clockwise while also being placed more leftwards of its initial direction to simulate depth. So check this out. I don't know how compressed it's going to be on the screen, but his staff has the background behind it. The hourglass is pointing at what will become the background when I close up onto them. See that? Magic. I'm guessing the foreground is a completely different painting. Or, also, I'm wondering if the developer applied some kind of blur effect for the background, or if the painting is, yeah, I think I see how they did it. Okay. I'm on to you, Joe Richardson. There is not. To resolve this argument. Suffering is relative, so the comparison itself is invalid. Let me weigh in. So I might have to go help them get their revenge on the thorn bush and the actual person, the culprit, who apparently bound the other guy to a tree and shot arrows at him. I've really caught my breath. I'm gonna go run to the bathroom and refill my water real quick. Let's have our minor 60-second intermission on this scene right here. This is a good one. I really just wanted to draw someone showing leg. Oh boy. Hello. Hello, I am back. I do not think that I have laughed as hard as I laughed at all those good gay sex jokes. I don't think I've laughed that hard since before the pandemic, you guys. I really... That is not something that happens to me often. I have a snack here, and I just can't help but notice that, like, when I was walking around, I was a little dizzy. There was a real shortness of breath occurring. In any case, I assume that with more exploration, we will eventually find and be able to interact with the curmudgeonly antagonists, and we're definitely not going to use the mouth button on that shrine. Body bejeweled crucifix. Oh, we got another Bible quote in the Steam achievement. Oh, I remember this one. I think this was by the guy who drew Saturn eating his son. This might also be another Saint story. I think there's this... I don't remember. But I definitely remember the visual. I don't remember the story behind the painting, but I absolutely positively remember the visual going on here. I took a bite of my sandwich. Goya. I think I'm gonna make Joe Richardson the best commercial to sell his game than anyone could possibly make, and it's just gonna be a supercut of me laughing my way through this game up until I fall out of my chair. That's all I gotta do. We will both glean mutual enjoyment and business from such media promotion. Okay, let's pay attention to solving adventure game puzzles now. Come on, you're not supposed to go there. But what's, these icons popping up? Look. Touch, speak. What about the lady? A confused young lady misusing a water well. Oh, okay, fine. God, that looks so good. And as soon as I said that, our doopy guy just starts cracking his bones on his way out of the painting. I don't think I can go any deeper into that background, so we'll be going left instead. Oh, how placid. This is definitely the most quiet and peaceful place we've been so far. Taking liberties. Good job. Bravo. I cannot say how much I adore the human depth and or breadth or width of experiences and emotions that can be conveyed by this manic, incredibly funny, fall out of your chair, laugh out loud sense of irreverent, scatological humor that occasionally has you taking breaks to just sit back, listen to music, and actually press the in-game appreciate old classical music buttons. Like, it kind of implies that our character has so much depth to him, and you get to share in that experience. Like slow things down, calm down from your breathless giggle fit to just sit back and enjoy existence for a few. Enjoy a slightly more baseline level of existence for a little while. Yeah, you mix the high and the low. Huh. Up, Betty. You high? Oh, I couldn't tell you the name, but I definitely recognize the face. And I think I recall that statement tracking with the art history documentary I must have been watching at the time. Your fingers mean to harm you, dude! You must destroy them while you have the chance! Oh man, I shouldn't have fucked around with him. He's just enjoying a slightly more intense sensory experience while recording it on paper. Fear the fingers. Oh man, now I wish I hadn't done that. Aw. Oh, I missed a house here. We can go inside the house. I'm jotting down notes for video ideas. What an inspiring game it has also been. Couple of JCs. What's this one gonna do? What sort of weird people are we gonna find out are hanging around in the heavens? I said glow with the divine luminescence. It works as a statement of frustration and a direct command to the actual guy. Oh no. Oh, Eddie, now you're pressing the space bar. Eddie, you should just sit in my lap. I don't know why you're trying to man the keyboard. Why are you trying to man the keyboard? Are you showing up on camera? What's the camera feed look like? Are you guys... Look at that, there he is. Ah! Can't see. I think that's what you're trying to do. An etching of a bunch of tit-out lunatics causing mayhem on a bold drawn card. Imagine Sister Wendy describing the paintings like that. Hi Galumb, welcome to the stream. For tonight I am doing well. For tonight I am I am doing remarkably well. At least a superficially enjoyable level. No! Why did you do that? I have not solved all the problems that I have in my life. However, I did at least have the hardest laughing fit playing this game like an hour or two ago than I think I have had in a very long time. Like that was some pre-COVID laughter coming out of me. It was intense, and I'm sure there will be clips. Oh no, are we gonna do like a reflective laser puzzle? Dry. He needs some polish. Do I have something in my inventory that I could maybe polish him with? Is there anything else in here? Something on the wall? Oh, I never actually talked to the dilapidated old bishop in a dusty cassock. The Age of Reason. Okay, it does seem biased towards Enlightenment artwork more than others. So, like, visually, the game seems pretty 1600s, but I think I read a biography of the main character, and he's from the 1400s. What was his name? Herzog Friedrich III? Say no more, that could mean anything. I should just stop. I should stop pressing the touch button. I don't know what I was expecting something a little more polite than that out of my guy's reprehensible arms. Eddie, I'd like it if you would not lick me in the face. You can lick me in other areas, but face is much. LOL! What is this guy? Why is he naked? Eddie, I can't. We're going in the lab now, okay? There's another fellow in need of a good deed, but I still have a few on my to-do list, and I don't know if I want to start focusing on these others until I either find a lover for the woman in the gallery, pacify, the carpenter's belligerent children. So that means food, resolve the argument of the men in the forest. Oh, I go back too far. Look at that run animation. Look at it. Feast your eyes on Herzog Friedrich III's run animation. Let's get a hint. Should I feel bad about using these hints? Wait, I don't know if... Okay, so the lover had to have a weird, improper sleeve. And I think I remember you said that I would find him in the forest, so maybe I actually have stumbled. Oh! I remember a guy who, is having wifely issues. Yeah, yeah, his sleeve is a different color. Okay, Jasper van der Derven. Let's go talk to the woman in the art gallery again and see if we can send her his way. Now that we've actually found him and talked to him, maybe something like that will activate. Oh, look at the little brushstrokes of the cobblestones. When you're looking at the whole frame and taking it in all at once, you can't really, look at how the cobblestones are just semicircular strokes. Oh, oops, wrong. Yeah, let's just get the hell out of there. Jasper of the different colored sleeves, yeah. In the forest, his name is Jasper. Okay. More of a tutorial puppy than a hint puppy. Or drawing. What he decides to just kill time. What does he think of her? Okay. So there were like 120 of those etchings, and I guess the game developer thought that was enough to match up with most characters in this game, apparently. That's the armor. So there was a silly or grotesque doodling of a weird armor creature, so a guy wearing armor gets associated with that. A noble woman in ridiculously wrought dresses. Crazy, witchy hag. Okay. Now, how do we get Jasper and what's her name? Isabella together. Oh, was there a hint with her tooltip rollover? The runt of the Margot Dandelion. Oh. Before I consult the soothsayer, let's see if I can do it myself. Because I'm having fun solving adventure game puzzles. Oh, I've heard some pretty bad things about History of the World Part 2. Eddie has now lost interest in capturing my attention away from the game. He is feverishly interested in licking the keyboard. Oh, Eddie, you stopped as soon as I brought the camera down. You little goober. Alright, now what are they saying here? Oh. Is that what I had to do? Oh, there we go. Now Eddie's lying down and being calm. Oh no, we can't do a silly walk, a silly run, rather. For carrying something too heavy. Look at their mouths. Oh no. Naturally at the usual pace. Eddie, Eddie just opened Microsoft Photos accidentally. Eddie, you launched one of these awful proprietary Microsoft bloatware programs that for some reason my Microsoft keyboard has bound to an actual button on the keyboard that Eddie just rubbed his paw across. Oh my gosh! Well, this is rotten. Awful. There's a snake worming through my chest cavity and a whispering dross in my rancid ear hole. A haunted frog nibbling my nether bits. Oh, they love it. We did it. We did a good deed, everyone. Okay, so pacify the carpenter's belligerent children. That's some kind of food. Resolve the argument of the men in the forest. I think that's going to be more exploration. But I might be able to... This... No, that's not. Oh, I can look at the saints in here and get a better, Google result. Saint Sebastian and St. Roch. It was Roch. 1600. Ernst van Schayak? Ernst von, rather. Ernest von Schayak. Sebastian and Roch. What the story is with these guys. Roch and Sebastian. 1600. Why is this not coming up on Google? I'm frustrated right now by these Google results making it very hard to find the one. Ernst von Schayak. Are you kidding me? Unless the name in the game is not correct. What in the world is happening here? Ernst von Schayak. Maybe it's the name. Dutch artist, supposed father of Ernst von Schayak. Oh, there it is. Okay, now it's coming up. What the why was a one letter off not auto-correcting to where I needed to go, and like after 3-4 attempts? Alright, is there a explanation around this one? Commentary? I might be able... I'm wondering if there's some kind of hint for the solution, and also if I just might get a kick out of finally knowing for sure what in the world the story... Okay, actually, the St. Roch, we already got that story out of the way. It's St. Sebastian, I don't think we've looked up. Attributes tied to a post, pillar, or tree and shot by arrows. Though this did not kill him, he was, according to tradition, rescued and healed by Irene of Rome, became a popular subject in 17th century painting. In all versions of the story, shortly after his recovery, he went to Diocletian to warn him about his sins, and the result was clubbed to death. He is venerated in the Catholic Church, venerated in the Orthodox Church. So he gets shot by the arrows. but it didn't kill him. Then rescued and healed. But then he gets arrested by the Emperor and executed, so, that doesn't necessarily seem like... Yeah, the saint with the... whose head was decapitated while still talking totally has the both of them beat as far as, the, relatively higher stakes of their respective martyrdom actions. Yeah, saving throw against ranged attacks. I could imagine a completely secular imagination of luck keeping him alive through these arrows and then having him die shortly after. I mean, the fact that he dies shortly there afterwards implies that he died after getting shot by the arrows. Makes sense to me. Where'd my potato chips go? I would like to eat potato chips now. Okay, we did a good deed, and we didn't need to talk to the soothsayer. Pacify the carpenter's belligerent children. That kind of feels like something that could have been done by now. Oh, can I talk to her now? I don't think we got anything. Do anything there. Oh, can I go back here? I think the Lord of these guys needs to be satisfied before that area gets unlocked. Okay, let's investigate that. Oh. Oh, I just accidentally clicked the clap button. I thought I might have found out that you can speed up some interactions with double clicking, but... How weird is it that there aren't any Baldur's Gate 3 mods or expansions? I thought there were mods. I feel like I swear I've been on the Baldur's Gate mod Nexus and browsed around at some weird stuff. Looks like we've got ourselves a classic sexy nude hunter shouting insults from adjacent rocky outcrop situation. Okay, so there is another guy in need of a good deed here. Telescope question mark? Oh, hello. A blurry image. We've got some goofy-ass arrows on the edges here. Oh, this is neat. A giant emptying a sack of coins while some peasants queue to enter his rear chasm. What's the purpose, though? A little egg demon caressing the well-trussed cock and balls of an eager drinker. A bearded man attempting to cajole his wife into consuming a fish. I think that was the same description of one of the paintings in the art gallery. A smarmy little creep being strong-armed into a pigsty by a rabble of angry peasants. Okay, but... is this gonna be important for any puzzle solutions? couple of Hinch Farm dudes showing some twigs who's boss. I would go back. Hello, puppy. Oh, is our guy gonna, like, slap the dog? It's a gun dog. Supposed to collect the murdered birds after the bird murderer has murdered them. But he looks like he might be on strike. Uncharacteristically literal. Oh, I don't think... Yeah, they're not gonna let... Just pretend I'm not here. What a statement. Stop for a moment of in-game immersive music appreciation while eating our processed American junk food. I love this game so much too, Dax and Daff X off. Oh my. This is the most fun I have had pointing and clicking. Period. Fun, I think, being the key word. You know, they're the, like, hard-hitting, emotionally intense telltale point and clicks. And some fun comedy point and clicks from back in the olden days. But back in the olden days, the funny comedy point and clicks had very bad puzzles. And in the modern nowadays, the hard-hitting emotional telltale point and clicks don't have silly funny fun going on. So we got old school Monkey Island LucasArts silly funny fun going on in a far more playable, accessible format where I haven't really had much trouble with adventure game logic at all, but have had way, way, way bigger laughs on an unprecedented scale than the funny comedy ones from the retro 80s and 90s days. This gameplay ideally would take place on an iPad. Yeah, I could see it. There's probably going to be an iPad port soon. Who are we kidding? Oh, it reminds me of Machinarium. I'm afraid of interacting with the dog. There's a cute little handgun, apparently. Cute! Not yummy, bad for This like childish baby talk about the gun. Alright, let's cautiously interact with the dog. Okay, so the mouth button gets him touching it and complimenting. And the touch button seems to do the same. Okay, thank God our guy didn't slap the shit out of the dog. Wait, so is our good deed for the day that God wants us to do is help this hunter murder an animal? How does one spot? Oh! Oh! Oh, that's wonderful. That is so... I get it. I get it. Simply a fact of life. This death thing far too seriously. There's some bird or something. What? So we have to learn about 10 different birds. Before we can spot. Okay, so we're gonna learn about birds. Are we gonna have time to learn about birds and then use the telescope, which had focus meters associated with distances that were called literal meters? There's a bird. A toucan or something? An affable sky winch. That's one. He looks so happy with his goofy ass running animation. Alright, we just spotted the affable sky winch here. What's this one gonna be? It's like a blue jay or something? A blue raven or something? A blue-billed buttpecker. That's two. This looks so funny. Like, just look at the whole animation playing out. Looks like a snorkel-hooded watercock. That's three. Tee-hee-hee. Off I go. Oh, you can't see him prance his way out of there. Like, okay, let's try that again. Oh, can I not go inside the door? Oh, can I not go inside the studio? Nope. I think there was a weird bird in a cage in the lower right here. Oh, it's what kind of bird is this one? An egregious loon. That's four. Let us go off. God. An egregious loon. Oh, there's another. What was this one called? A Daffy Ducky Poppycock? An affable sky winch! Ha ha! The bird watcher gate. Maybe our character will be less of an asshole to all these birds after learning more about common skank. Is it just me, or is the shrine a little different? I don't know. Oh, let's use the bird book on the guy holding a dead piece of fowl. Screenshot. So, I think we're gonna wrap this one up here and definitely continue this game next week, because this is absolutely fantastic, and I want to see what I can do to try and get this game more coverage, because apparently I'm the only person playing it on Twitch tonight. And this right here, this is good. This is gamer humor. So I laughed the hardest tonight during the stream than I have laughed since before the pandemic, for sure. Maybe even before an entire decade. And that's nothing to sneeze at. I must let the world know. A beautiful video game, truly not a bird at all. Petted a dog, God bless ye. Also, apparently not great for viewership either. Thanks for hanging out so much, guys, and I think I need to personally send the developer a thank you and, like, throw together a highlight reel after this. I'm definitely throwing together a highlight reel. A George laugh reel. A giggle reel. A Georgian giggle reel. Coming right up. One Georgian giggle reel coming right up, sir.